10. Code of Conduct Bureau challenges FCTA officials to shun corruption. Plus, FCT Minister of State flags off medical outreach in Abuja. Good afternoon and welcome to the news at 1 and NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Aisha Oba Ali. The Supreme Court has temporarily halted the move by the federal government to ban the use of old naira notes from February 10, 2023. A 7-member panel led by Justice John Okoro halted the move of the federal government in a ruling in an expert application brought by 3 northern states of Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara. The 3 states had specifically applied for an order of interim injunction restraining the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, or the commercial banks for the suspending or determining or ending on 2023, the time frame with which the now older version of the 200, 500, and 1,000 denominations of the naira may no longer be a legal tender. The interim application is pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction, moving the application a short while counsel to the applicant Uthman Mustafa Justice and the federal government through CBN from the continued implementation of the new monetary policy. The Apex Court has adjourned to February 15, 2023 for hearing the main suits. Still on monetary fund, the International Monetary Fund IMF has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to consider reviewing the swap deadline if concerns persist. The fund, in a statement Wednesday in Abuja, said the advice became necessary in the light of hardship caused by disruptions to trade and payment due to shortage of new banknotes available in the public, in spite of measures to introduce by the CBN to mitigate the challenges in the banknote swap process. The IMF, therefore, is encouraging the CBN to consider extending the deadline should problems persist in the next few days leading up to the February 10, 2023 deadline. And to other news, the Code of Conduct Bureau has challenged officials of the Federal Capital Territory Administration on joining the federal government in the fight against corruption while discharging their responsibilities. The Bureau Chairman, Professor Isa Mohammed, threw the challenge at a workshop in Abuja. Onuze Yakubu has the details.
The Code of Conduct provides that employees must at all times be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, as well as exhibit patriotism and justice, and to live modest life. The chairman, represented by Bulu Zafania, says the program is to reawaken the consciousness of political office holders in changing the narrative of leadership by complying with the provisions of the Code of Conduct.
Good people of FCT are looking upon to your leadership with hope and belief that you shall be honest, transparent, and accountable.
The launch of an online asset declaration portal that will serve as a pilot for FCTA staff is a catalyst to achieving this mandate.
It is important that we know so that we be guided, because lack of knowledge of it will not necessarily exonerate you from the blame.
Every public officer is guided by a code of conduct. You don't put self-interest above the collective interest of Nigerians. You don't enrich yourself. You don't enrich your family at the detriment of the Nigerian people. You declare your asset, as most of us have done.
It is good at this time that the country is going through this election and through a lot of challenges, so that the public office holders should be able to know what is expected of them, and what they need to do.
The workshop, organized in partnership with the FCT administration, was attended by political office holders in the 6 area councils. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
One of the priorities of the FCT administration is to provide to the residents in most need good quality primary health care, including immunization and nutrition services. This was the focus as the Minister of State, FCT, Ramotete Johnny Ali, flagged off an integrated medical outreach in Karshe, Abuja. Ifeanyi Izumba has the report.
Flag off this medical outreach program to the greater glory of Almighty God and to service to humanity.
This outreach is to be conducted across the 62 political wards in the territory. Powered by Nigeria Unite for Tinubu Shetima, mandate was targeted at the vulnerable and hard-to-reach communities. The Minister of State FCT stressed that the routine immunization has been suboptimal, partly due to the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic.
We in the Federal Capital Territory are aware of 2 approaches to the implementation of the primary health care scheme: the facility-based and the mobile outreach approaches. Over time, emphasis has been on the facility-based services, which could give about 40% coverage of those in need. The 60% could be achieved through focused, integrated mobile outreach approach, as we are witnessing today.
Acting Executive Secretary, FCT Primary Health Care Board, Dr. Isa Yahaya Vatsa, appreciated the group in partnership with the administration in providing quality health care to the people.
It is not something you can see on the face of an individual. It is something that you have to go and check. Once your blood pressure is high, you run the risk.
Other services include eye screening, free glasses for those that need them, blood pressure screening and temperature check. Ifeanyi Izumba, NTA News.
Still on health, each year, a group of people from diverse locations, ages, and interests converge to work and lecture people on the need to continue to raise awareness on cancer. Aisha Bashir reports that it was no different at a non-profit organization called Women in ICT, work from the Ministry of Women Affairs to the Unity Fountain in Abuja, the nation's capital. Her report.
The Minister of Women Affairs, Paul Entalen, and other speakers from different institutions in collaboration with the non-profit organization converged on the Ministry of Women Affairs to sensitize women to the dangers and treatment of cancer.
The earlier you detect, then the brighter you have the chances of getting cured. That is if you detect at early stage. So that is the essence of this awareness, because coming to this part of the world, coming to Africa or Nigeria in particular, people misinterpret cancer to spiritual attack. So when they say anything different in their body, they start going for spiritual help, which is a medical thing. So people need to know, even the people that even detect at early stage, they still having that problem of relating it to spiritual things. So that is the essence of this awareness, because awareness goes a lot. It's the first step actually in the fight against cancer.
Before you get to the stage where it's not preventable, where the whole system has been attacked already, we advise that you come for screening, you come for testing. As a woman, our system is very complex. So we are here to sensitize the Nigerian women on early detection of cancer.
When it comes to health, anything which is health related is a priority for us. We do have running programs at the moment, like we have the Strive to Care, which is focused on the youth, because when you look at the booming population of the youth, it now makes it very pertinent and very important for their healthcare well-being to be a priority.
It is advised that more sensitization be carried out on cancer awareness, as cancer remains one of the most deadly diseases that kill people often. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
Now to security. Residents of Ushafa community in the Federal Capital Territory were clouded in apprehension recently when a security report revealed the presence of kidnappers following a fatal attack which left one dead. Asiba Williams in this report examines security situation of Ushafa.
This is Ushafa community in the Federal Capital Territory. It houses over 20,000 residents of the nation's capital. According to the residents, security is a major challenge here in Ushafa.
We don't have security. All the police where we have, where they hear say something they happen now, then begin wrong. Even vigilante where they carry sakabula, they no fit do anything. People where they kidnap them come this area almost 1 month ago. All security where we call, they say they no have fuel, they no have motor, so we no have security. Then kill one man, then carry 2 children go. Let's go where they advise government say make them find solution so that Nigeria go better.
The security situation in this area is too poor. It's very, very porous. At least there's supposed to be a police post around here, but though the police post was far away from here at the junction there, which is very, very bad. It's very, very bad. So we are not safe here.
Here in LA Primary School, Ushafa, we have a big challenge, which is a security problem we have. Because we don't have fence. The school is just open. Everywhere is a road. Cars used to knock down our children. Those bikes used to knock down our children. Everybody moved into the school and get out of the school at any time. So the school don't have security.
Ushafa is known for its pottery works, and it could be recalled the jubilation that greeted the visit of former American President Bill Clinton alongside then Nigeria's President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2000. It has for decades experienced until recently when residents can no longer sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
Ushafa need is not a police outpost. Ushafa needs a division center. And it's not as if we don't have, there are plots from the allocation that was done during Samson Galui regime. He made provision for where police station would be and other things. So there are plots. It's just for the government to come and put up the structures so that they will give us a division. We have always applied for that because Ushafa is no more a village. Ushafa is not a city.
Residents are calling for the establishment of a police division to help in curbing crime and criminality in the community. From Ushafa community under Buhari Area Council, Asabe Williams.
Meanwhile, the views of children of this nation should be taken to heart, and any president coming on board should meet the children's expectations. These were the views of speakers at the Change Makers in an interactive session with Nigerian children, young persons, and the 2023 presidential candidates, as Sebe Williams reports.
The interactive session meant for brainstorming between the children and the candidates turned
What's
one-sided.
I shouldn't be waiting to ask what's next after Change Makers.
However, it did not take the shine away from the day as the children still shared their views.
According to statistics, 6 out of 10 children have been physically, emotionally, domestically, and sexually abused before the age of 18 years.
The desire of these children is for inclusiveness in the amendments affair.
Here is, if voted into power, what measures or what do you intend to do in order to solve the problem of unemployment for the graduates? Thank you.
They request that any government coming on board should endeavor to carry the children along.
Become the president of Nigeria, what policy will you put in place to secure the country?
The popular auntie came of NTA's Tales by Moonlight, who is the organizer, says her passion for the well-being of children cannot be overemphasized.
The essence for this is for the political candidates to bear in mind that the children are also children of this nation. They are citizens of this nation. And whatever they're planning, children should be in their plans.
Guests lauded the initiative and called for the application and amendments at all levels to remember the children and better their lives.
I have a lot of concern for children because in our program's philosophy, we consider children. We don't want children to see violence at the time they are most likely to watch television. We don't want children to see nudity. We don't want children to see things that are dangerous to their development.
The organizers added that the essence of the gathering is to hear the views of the children, make room for them in government to make them comfortable in life. Asabe Williams, NTA News.
And on political tidbits, let's join Ifoma Ojenta, who is standing by with reports from political scene.
It's 17 days to the presidential and national assembly elections. Welcome to Political Tidbits. As we count down to the elections, the electoral umpire, INEC, is putting finishing touches to preparations. The latest was the mock accreditation exercise held in some selected polling units in 12 states and the FCT. The exercise is to, among other things, ascertain the functionality of the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS.
I'm quite satisfied with what we've seen. We will harvest whatever problems we have, and then we see if there are any problems, so that by 25th, on the day of the election, we would have solved those challenges.
Now, do you know that the 2023 general elections will be the first to be conducted under the new Electoral Acts? To this end, Yaga Africa, a civil society organization, harps on the need to educate the electorate on the provisions of the current acts.
What is even going on and what civil society organizations need to delve into is sensitizing citizens on the provisions of the new Electoral Act. That's the Electoral Act 2022, because these national elections, these general elections that is coming will be the first general elections that will be conducted under this new legal framework. We need to sensitize citizens, because we've also seen in the past that lack of information and knowledge also result to some of the crises and violence we've experienced in this country, most especially when it relates to the electoral process.
The FCT chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, Abe Fisayo, is on our interview segment. He will be telling us about their expectations.
We knew the onions that fell on us as IPAC executives, and then some of the parties knew the objectives, the aims of setting up an Inter-Party Advisory Council. We are envisaging a free, fair, credible, and acceptable elections. But definitely, there will be obstacles along the line. The electoral process is in 3 phases: the pre-election, the election, and the post-election issues. So those things have been there. We are still in the pre-election issues, and some people are still in the court. Yesterday or day before yesterday, the Senate president was given the nod by the Supreme Court. So you see, this thing keep on going. And Inter-Party Advisory Council has been settling some of these issues amicably, where parties resolved issues, internal issues, this and that.
And just a quick reminder, it is necessary to know your polling units before the election day. Find out if you have been migrated. As usual, I leave you with these tidbits.
Thank you, Ifoma. You're watching NTA Channel 5 News at 1. And still to come on the news. Wives of Nigerian immigration officers inaugurate pioneer executives of the association to advance commitment to service. These and more shortly.
The immediate cause of the latest kills in Abuja remains unknown.
Conceived with the intent to ease the flow of traffic in the nation's capital.
Whichever way it turns out, either to consolidate on the existing mandate or institute a new dispensation.
Located within the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. How much do people know about ADR? Are charting a path to having more youth participate in governance, in addition to building young entrepreneurs.
Residents of the Federal Capital Territory are calling on the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, look into the situation.
You have to strike a balance to have a future that you don't have to regret.
Like experts say, what kills really is fear.
In Abuja,
NTA News.
Welcome back. As part of measures to lend the needed support to officers of the Nigerian Immigration Service and create an enabling environment to sharpen the skills of women, the Nigerian Immigration Officers' Wives Association has inaugurated the pioneer executives of the association FCT Command to advance commitment to service and humanity. Cecilia Julius reports that the event was attended by the Comptroller General, represented Emowa National President Mariam Issa Jere, and other top officers.
At the gathering of the immigration officers' wives, the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service represented and the Emowa National President, Mariam Issa Jere, congratulated the newly inaugurated pioneer executives, calling for readiness of the leadership to work relentlessly in the delivery of its mandates for the desired success.
I will start by congratulating FCT Command. I know they have come a long way. They have put in their input to make this a success. And honestly speaking, they have made me proud, which I believe you can testify. And I believe they will do more than what they intend to do, by the grace of God.
The CG is always ready to support them in all they do, because we are very proud of them. And we think that the support them, the empowerment and everything will also help the officers, because they are the husbands.
The executive, I want them to put their best in, and I want them not to be intimidated. In this age and time, women, off we go. You can see the women call we have, and everything is all about women today. So I just want them to know that what a man can do, a woman can do even much, much better.
My career today is one of those best days, that a legacy that was started by my immediate, the ACGs you see here standing. They've been very supportive to me.
Plaques, as well as awards for selfless service, were presented to awardees with beautiful displays by different cultural troops. 5 points of the event was the fundraising for its pet project, the Emowa FCT Chapter Skills Acquisition Center. Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Over now to Sports Desk for Sports Brief.
Ahead of the 14th to 18th June 2023 Four-Nation Tournament tagged Revelation Cup at Netherlands, the head coach of Colombia, Nelson Abadia, on Tuesday evening released a list of 23 players that will kickstart preparations for the competition. The competition is designed as a single elimination tournament with 4 national teams. This year, 4 nations, which include Costa Rica, Nigeria's Super Falcons, and host Mexico, will partake in the tournament. Still on football, 7-time African champions Flying Eagles of Nigeria will leave Abuja for Ghana, where they will connect to Egypt for the 2023 CAF Under-20 African Cup of Nations. Nigeria are in Group A with Senegal, Mozambique, and host Egypt. The Ladan Boso team will start their campaign on the 9th of February with Senegal. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal stunned South American champions Flamengo to reach Club World Cup final with a 3-2 victory on Tuesday through 2 penalties from Salem Al-Dassari and a close-range strike from Luciano Viato. Al Hilal, the first Saudi side to reach the Club World Cup final, will face the winners of Real Madrid's semi-final against Al Ahly on Wednesday in Rabat. Talking cricket, Nigeria Cricket Federation has announced the postponement of the Under-17 National Championship final indefinitely. Just before the regional qualifiers, the national body announced February 15 to 19, 2023 as the dates for the final at the Abuja National Stadium. With Sports Brief, Francisca Bile, NT News.
And just before we go, Supreme Court of Nigeria has temporarily halted the banning of the use of old Naira notes from circulation as from February 10. And Minister of State, FCT, has flagged off medical outreach in Karishi, Abuja. Thanks for watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. Keep watching NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Aisha Uba Ali. Good afternoon.